Hey guys, it's Boomer.
And Pixie, hola.
We are here and so excited to be brand ambassadors for Reaper Apparel Company. We could not be more proud to have joined their roster and get to promote their brand and whole community.
Just like we have battled anxiety and depression, so have the folks at Reaper Apparel Company, and they know the present is not something to be wasted.
Yeah, it's all about trying to be the best version of ourselves every day and making our dreams come true, like we are here at the Service Entrance People podcast, and the folks in Reaper are too. So please join the Reaper community, check them out, go to reaperapparelco.com, use the coupon code Service Entrance People to get 10% off your gear, plus check the links in the episode description, our Facebook and Instagram to get 15% off as well.
That's reaperapparelco.com, promo code Service Entrance People.
You got to make a reservation. It's very difficult to get in.
Well, it's okay. I'll use the service entrance. I'll see you at 9.
Welcome
And bienvenidos
to another episode of Service Entrance People. I am Boomer.
And I'm Pixie, hola.
Hola, Pixie. I almost said adios.
That's not where we're at yet.
No. For those of you who are new to the show, just jumping in, this podcast is for and about the gritty, underpaid, underprivileged service industry workers of the world.
Unite!
We have clearly made wrong turns in our lives because no matter what, we've ended up here in jobs where no matter our talents, art, or skills, we end up dealing with the infamous Karens and Florida Man.
Florida Man.
And Mr. and Mrs. Von Uppity on a daily basis. Day in and day out, you and I, we walk through the parking lot of Broken Dreams and we enter through the specially marked door. You know the one.
The service entrance door.
C. If you're interested in listening and sharing in war stories of the industry, or if you're curious as to what us,
The help.
are really thinking, we are going to share with you stories of the strange, shocking, and hilarious, because laughing is the only way that we can make it through.
Absolutely. This industry is one that we've come to truly love, and although you will hear horror stories and rants that we bitch that we have to work at work, well, we kid because we care. There's nothing we would rather be doing except maybe
This fucking podcast, man.
Correctamundo.
This keeps us alive. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's how we vent. It's how we get through.
I would literally be dead in a ditch if it was not for this show.
That's sad.
It is. Boomer's life is in your hands.
His life is in your hands, dude.
My life's in your hands, dude. Also, please do us a favor. If we aren't for you, listen anyway.
Hate listen, rage listen, binge listen.
Heckle us, because we know that the only thing better in this entire planet than a good horror movie is a terrible fucking horror movie. We will be that terrible horror movie for you. You can also do the simplest thing on the face of this earth. Push play.
And walk away.
Let your pets continue their love affair with this show. I heard we're huge in macaw. I don't mean the place. I mean like with the birds. The macaws love us. Oh,
I
dad
prefer
joke.
the African gray.
Also, one last disclaimer. This show, as you've already heard, much like the industries we cover, comes with some spicy fucking language.
Ay, 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 muy caliente.
You have been forewarned.
Fuego.
Please do us that favor of listening and liking and subscribing and sharing, but also rating and reviewing. 5 stars.
Cinco stars.
1, 2, 3, 4. Cinco. You also must leave a review of some type of words on whatever platform you are listening to. It does help us move up the charts. We don't know why. We don't make the rules. That's just how it happens.
Sometimes it can be hard if you just want to have that service for free. So, little loophole here. If you listen to Audible, go to audible.com. You don't have to listen to us there, but leave us that review. We needs it.
You can also, if you want to get involved with the show, send us an email. Super duper easy. serviceentrancepeople@gmail.com. That's all you got to do. If, however, you're not into the whole typing things down and you want to just say it, say a story, say it into a phone, let's say, give us a voicemail.
How can they do that, Boomer?
Well, they can give us a voicemail at 854-345-7721. I feel that's very British saying, oh, just give us a voicemail.
No.
Fuck. I tried.
If you would like to reach us on Facebook, go to Service Entrance People Podcast, or you can look us up on Instagram, leave us a DM at Service Entrance People Pod, because it's all meta, baby.
Girl, Who is all up in your DM?
Hopefully people who love this podcast. You can also check out those ticking talks. We only have like one right now, but it's at Service Entrance PPL.
We got to do a new one. We're going to be doing a new one, I promise you.
We also have a YouTube channel, so go to YouTube at Service Entrance People.
And if you want to do more, you're like, hey man, we love your shit and we want to do more.
How can we help?
You can go to patreon.com/serviceentrancepeople. You can become a producer of this show. At any level of producerhoodship, you will wind up getting free stuff. You get access to bonus content. And if you are a Von Uppity, an executive producer, you wind up getting your name said at the end of every single show.
That's so sweet.
It is. It's also kind of so Raven.
If the full kit and caboodle is not your thing and you just want to do a one-time donation, just a little bit to help us out, the price of a cup of coffee, $1 or $1 million, you can go to PayPal at Service Entrance Peeps. And if any of that is just not for you, but you still want your name read, you gotta hear it. You're like, man, I just want my name said over the radio.
I just plain need it.
I just need it. Then hit us up again. It's serviceentrancepeople@gmail.com. If you send us enough stories, if you send us just like 10 all at once, just throw them at us, you'll get content producer credit.
Yes, you will. And we will produce your content very, very well.
Now it's time for my favorite part of the show.
It is. This is the part where we have a fancy name for it, but it's really just Pixie likes to get schnockered. So,
hey.
With that, it is time to lock the doors, crank up the tunes, and grab our shifties of the week. This week, Pixie, it is, as we are recording here in South Carolina, roughly 782 degrees outside with a 400% humidity.
I actually believe it's like 100 degrees with like 80% humidity, something along those lines.
It's disgusting.
It's hot.
It will literally singe the hair off of your man balls or woman balls. I don't know what goes on downstairs for the ladies.
It'll leave you hairless and your tits sweating.
Yes. Horrid tit sweats. So this week, Pixie and I, we're doing a little something different because, again, heat. So we are shiftying Marga fucking Ritas.
Cheers.
L'chaim. Jose Cuervo, we'd like to thank you for your patronage of this right here. But yeah, man, just straight Jose Cuervo margaritas. Pixie, you're doing yours blended.
Yes, with sugar on the rim.
I'm just doing straight up on the old rocks here. So mazel mazel. Enjoy.
Cheers. Delicious.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
Once it hits your lips, it's sweet and alcohol-y.
Yes, the alcohol.
Tangically.
It's the alcohol I like most.
It is. Once you really get that alcohol flowing into you,
I
feel like everything is better.
Okay.
And now, I do believe we've hit that time. We've hit the time to really get our shits together, to start in, to fully examine whatever the fuck we're about to do today. Thusly...
Wow, you're just all over with the words.
Mine's very strong. This week's episode 39 of Service Entrance People, is entitled Everything is Fine, parentheses, it's not fine.
Nothing is fine. Nothing is ever fine.
It's the dog. It's the meme of the dog sitting there in hell with all of the flames.
I'm fine.
It's fine. I'm fine. Actually...
I love that little gift.
That is. It's the gift that keeps on giving. This has nothing to do with the episode, but it's a funny story, I think. One of the places that I was working at, we had a day where it was a Saturday afternoon, a lunch shift. Like 3 or 4 people called out, okay? And it's a large restaurant.
I'm not coming in.
No, just nobody. Fuck it. So I had 2 servers.
Okay.
To get through, we must have had 80 tables there.
Ooh, vey.
An inside and an outside. So... on my floor plan, the inside floor plan, I wrote the It's Fine dog as my section. And then the outside section was GIF of Kermit flapping his arms. That was it. I'm like, okay, the 2 of you, there's your sections.
Rock, paper, scissors, that
just
shit.
Go. It doesn't, literally nothing matters right now. So just let's try not to die. I think that was my
That's the
actual
best
pre-shift.
advice.
My actual pre-shift was let's just try not to die.
Yep. Seems accurate.
Fast forward to the end, didn't die.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Now, before we get into the heart of the episode, you've got a thing and I got a thing.
I do, and I like this because we're drinking alcohol, and the first thing that happens is you break the seal, right?
Try not to break baby seals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, when you're drinking heavily, sometimes you just got to break the seal.
Save the whales, but break the seals.
So I was recently, I actually wrote into our own show because Boomer was here working and I was dealing with family.
I'm not going to lie to you. I thought you said rode and not wrote for a second.
No, I wrote in.
I know. It's just, I was like.
Writing in.
I wrote in and
actually,
boy,
I
my
was like.
tired. Tippy tappy, tippy tappy.
Yeah, typing in. So I can't make the like. There it is. I just had to take me a second to figure out how to make the sound. Boy, these drinks are strong.
Can I just say, I'm looking forward to this being as good for you as episode 10 when you were shit hammered on the Prosecco.
Oh my God. No, that was when we had the really nice champagne from Peter.
Oh, which was the one that you were drunk on Prosecco?
Oh, I have no
like
idea.
a just slurring, delightful mess.
I have no idea. It might have been episode 10. I don't know. Anyway.
You were too drunk to remember.
So the story goes, I was heading to see my brother. Now, he lives approximately 3 hours from where I do. So I'm like, at some point, of course, I'm going to have to stop to pee.
Well, yeah. If you were my mother, you would have to stop roughly 700 times.
So my whole thing when I drive, though, is I don't want to have to stop to pee. I will do pretty much everything, including crossing my legs and squirming, so I will not stop.
You need that lady pee thing.
Yeah, right?
Or like cups to your vagina, like does the whole thing down.
That's too much work. Not while driving. I'll get into an accident.
Don't lie. You would totally cath yourself.
Oh,
You?
dude, I would totally. Anyway,
you absolutely would.
I end up picking the gas station that I know will definitely have a restroom like facility, not just one bathroom inside it. And I go in, and sure enough, I go towards the coolers. I'm heading back towards the sign that says restrooms.
Restrooms.
And there's this fucking shower pole with the whole like being service thing across it, like, no
Oh yeah, the little
no entry,
thing.
no moleste,
yeah.
fucking shit, right? So I'm like,
well, you should never molest. That's
so I'm like, what is this? And then I see the girl coming with the mop bucket, and this guy is trying to chat her up, of course, and she's like, yeah, it's everywhere, and he's like, and she's like, oh, you name it, and it's everywhere.
feces,
And I'm feces,
semen,
water,
blood,
tampons,
urine?
yeah, like everything.
elves.
Everything, everywhere. So I'm like, great. Of course it's the ladies' room. Because we can't have unisex bathrooms where we just have one giant bathroom. No. Of course we don't have a family bathroom in this establishment either. We have a men's room and a ladies' room. And I just need to pee. Like, I'm going to pee so fast, you're going to be shocked at how fast I pee. So
You ladies are fucking nasty. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I don't try to be nasty, man.
I'm just saying.
I never make a mess. Like, and if I do, I clean that. Like, I can't. The Hispanic in me.
But
It's too much.
But the only times you or I have ever seen shit up a wall has
It's
been not in a men's room.
Yeah, it's totally a ladies' room. That's not true. I've seen men, they usually do the side of the wall, but not like up it.
It's
yeah.
down.
Yeah, it's down.
The women
it's
get the
not,
lift.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens.
I don't know
but
either.
Anyway, I'm
you
confused.
also can have babies, and I'm not sure how that works. So it could be, I don't know.
As a father,
Is your vagina
you
connected
scare me.
somehow to your pooping?
Yes, actually. And sometimes that little piece that separates the two,
Gets super confused and does both?
it tears.
Oh.
But only during childbirth, which I don't have children, but you do. So you
But
should
I didn't
know
go into
this.
labor.
You
I
should-
didn't.
You weren't in that room?
I did mine through C-section, so
Oh.
my junk is really tight.
That's great.
Like
That's great.
my junk is all there.
You know what? Good for you. I say
Yeah.
good for you. So I do the only thing I can think to do because I know I'm not going to make it. Like, I can't get back in the car and drive another hour and 40 to make it to my brother's. So I'm like,
Piss in the woods.
no.
Shit.
I wish, but no. So I'm looking around and I'm like waiting. how long would a gentleman actually take in that restroom? And I see a guy come out, and I'm like, okay, let's see. So I start circling back and forth up and down the rows, right?
You were stalking.
Serpentine. And then I see a young guy go in, right? But no one comes out yet. It's just him. And he goes in and he comes out. And I'm like, all right, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. No one is in there. So I immediately, as this girl is still with her mop bucket, like rush through the door, like I'm doing just something so fucking illegal. And there's no one in there. I book it towards the stall, which is a giant handicap stall. And I go to pee. Of course, there's no toilet paper.
Men's room.
So yeah. I'm like, she's servicing the ladies' room. There is no toilet paper in the men's room. There's also no sink in the handicap stall, which I thought was weird.
Only some do.
But anyway, like a Yenta, I always keep, tissues in my pocket. So I'm like, just for this occasion, I have tissues. I have thwarted you. So I do that. I wash my hands as quickly as possible, but my heart is pounding so hard, I can hear it in my ears. Like, the-thunk, 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 the-thunk. Terrified that a man is going to walk through this door and be like, what the fuck?
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, you've done illegal shit in your life before, right? You've committed crimes before.
I jaywalked.
But-
I definitely driven drunk.
Okay.
Okay, that's definitely it. But I was so drunk I didn't care.
Okay, all right, because the whole, like, if you're going that crazy over just peeing.
No,
that's
I'm definitely not like a klepto or anything. That's never been like a thing for me.
Okay, so second.
I'm pretty much a kind of a goody two-shoes.
Secondly,
Uh-huh.
you did not think to lock the door.
I locked the stall door, but the actual bathroom, no, I didn't lock it. I didn't
Okay.
know you could. It doesn't look like you can. It was just a push, pull.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, you were locked in there.
Yeah.
So then...
But the sinks were outside. So for me to wash my hands, I had to stand there. And if a guy came in, he would see me standing there washing my hands. Like, that's a thing.
But from the safety of being locked in, is what I'm saying, you could have just waited it out.
Yeah. I definitely, I was prepared for that situation of waiting it out. But I'm not going to leave the bathroom without washing my hands.
Well, I mean...
It's just not a thing. I refuse.
Okay. Interesting.
Because ew, gross.
Interesting. But also, how quickly did you, in your head, calculate the male urine experience in to out would be that made it seem okay for you? 8.4?
Like 8.4 seconds?
Yeah.
These are very strong drinks. I don't know, it felt like an hour. I watched the kid go in. I watched him come out. But like the whole time, yeah, like I couldn't imagine me in a bank robbery. I'd be like, the bank robbery took 9 hours. It was forever.
I just think of you being like Rain Man. About an hour. How long does it take to watch a movie? About an hour. How long does it take to go pee? About an hour.
Yeah, pretty much. It was so bad.
Wow. I'm glad you didn't explode.
I'm glad that I was able to get in there and out of there without any incident.
And you didn't get,
arrested.
for
Yeah.
micturation.
Or loitering or
But
something.
also, now to be totally fair, if you're looking at you from
Mhm.
afar very quickly from your, say, shoulders up,
You mean my
from the
dyke
back,
from my dyke haircut?
your haircut, if you're looking at it quickly,
Yeah, no.
you could think.
I absolutely could be confused for a boy.
Now, you are chesty, so if they looked, 6 inches below,
Yeah, my
You're
30,
fucked.
my 38 double Ds are proving you wrong.
You have boobs, is what I'm saying. But if they're just looking real quick and you're moving fast, I mean...
Yeah. I don't know. I should have wore a hoodie. Maybe I could have hid under that.
No, because then they would have shot you. They would have been
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It was
It's a
it was
Hispanic
man,
in a hoodie.
Hispanic in a hoodie, and he's in the bathroom.
I did have a do-rag on,
Let's
so that kind of fucked shit up too.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So that's my story.
All
Sorry
right.
about that.
I'm glad. Again, glad you didn't explode. Glad you weren't murdered.
Mm-hmm.
I have a quick, and I legit. This is a legitimate question because I'm fucking befuddled by seeing this so much
You're befuddled?
every goddamn day. I am befuddled.
Okay.
All right. When did it become a thing for everybody
Mm-hmm.
to fucking try backing up into parking places?
Oh, I've noticed that too.
Like, all of a sudden, it's a fucking thing.
It's a weird flex to be like, I'm going to back my giant truck up
Now, here's
into spaces.
Here's what I think. First of all, you fuckers can't park straight forward properly. Why the fuck do you think you're going to do better backing up? First of all. Second of all, I do blame the preponderance of backup cameras because people think, oh, brr, and they just look at the camera.
Yeah, and some of them have
still
like
don't
sensors.
realize that there's fucking shit going on. But I sit at work, and even in where I live, my little complex there.
Yeah.
I watch these people who have no right whatsoever to be trying to do anything in reverse.
Yeah.
Backing up and managing to just perfectly, I mean majestically, exactly, perfect on the number, hit a fucking 45-degree angle every single time and then stop and be like, yeah, fucking nailed that.
It's in the lines.
And walk the fuck away.
It's in the lines.
Like, completely.
It's in the lines.
And one person does it, then everybody else
Everybody
does.
has to.
And I'm the guy who's like, I'm pulling in straight. You know why? Because I can fucking see. I can fucking get between the lines right there.
For me, it's in my complex, I've seen this, it's one truck in particular where they back up and it's got a really big bed on it.
Oh, they go all the way over the sidewalk,
and
right?
it takes up the entire sidewalk. I'm like, dude, I have groceries. I gotta fucking walk up. Like, what are you doing where I can't fucking... Come on, man. Bad enough I have to hold my little key fob thingy up to the door.
I just wonder if this is like, if it's just in the South thing
No.
or if it's everywhere. Like, I need to...
It's gotta be
please,
everywhere.
For the love of God, wherever
Somebody
you
write
live,
in.
yes, wherever you live, write in, take pictures. By
Yeah.
all means, send me fucking pictures
We'll blur,
of,
we'll blur out the plate
terrible
for
parking
you.
jobs because it drives me bonker balls, batshit crazy watching this every day.
We will absolutely blur out everything we need to for you.
We blur.
For you.
It just,
Crazy sauce.
it's literally going to take like 8.25 weeks off of the end of my life. Seeing all of this shit every day, I'm literally going to live 2 months less.
Guys, Boomer has his hand over his heart, and I think he might be having a heart attack right now.
I should drink.
Yeah, drink more.
Every time you see somebody parking like shit, take a drink. I'd be dead.
Or just have alcohol poisoning.
I'd be dead from alcohol poisoning as well.
It's not a bad way to go, it seems. I mean...
Oh, yeah. There was that really happy documentary, Leaving Las Vegas with Nick Cage. He was super, super happy. I remember that.
Remember those people in that submarine? Instantaneous.
Oh, man. Like, I know we're a little far afield right now, but that is my absolute 100% worst way to ever die. Would be not the immediate implosion which happened, but when we all thought that they were running out of oxygen
Yeah.
in like an 8-foot canister.
Yeah.
That I would have killed myself and everything around me.
Now we are getting too far afield.
Oh,
so
God.
let's jump into some listener stories.
From the street!
From the street.
So this one is written in and is titled My Worst Job. So we don't know who wrote this, but thank you. My worst job was actually my first job. A full-time summer gig at a pool cleaning up after people.
Delightful.
It was a muni as well. It was a municipal pool.
What's that mean?
It's like the town pool.
It's a municipality?
Yes.
Okay.
Not a principality.
But a
municipality. Exactly. It wasn't so much the physical labor or the messiness that irked me. It was the fact that hourly employees in other positions seemed to think my willingness to do good, honest work somehow meant I was beneath them. Pfft. Preach it,
Damn,
sister.
That sucks.
Or brother.
Yeah.
The lifeguards refused to acknowledge I even existed, while the concession stand workers simply ditched my name and called me Dirt Person.
What the fuck?
Of course,
That's not funny. That's mean. That's mean.
Of course, my story may pale in comparison to some. I like the use of pale in comparison after Dirt Person.
Yeah.
Now, we call people dirt merchants.
Yeah.
So I guess it's kind of similar.
Dirt, pale. I get it.
But regardless, we're all
Yeah.
service entrance people. It doesn't matter.
That's what we're here for you guys.
We here.
For you. But also seriously, like, come on. Who hasn't worked a service industry job that's just a big old pile of suck?
We're all shitbags, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
No, you're not better than me just because you work the concession stand, okay?
Everybody is everything. Hashtag nobody is nothing.
Hashtag Mushtat 2020.
So I have one that actually comes to us from Tara H. in Australia.
Hola, Tara. I don't know how you say hola in Australian.
G'day. It's titled Down and Out, Down Under.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, we see what you did there. So she says, I was in Australia on a student visa when I was having difficulty finding a full-time job, which led to me working a temp job with a company that tracked, gotta forgive me on this one, guys, tracked traffic to Toowoomba, Queensland? Not Queens Island, but Queensland.
I thought it was Queensland. I thought that's how
Is
they...
it
Yeah.
Queensland?
I thought that's how they pronounced it, but also I find it very funny that as we aggregate these stories and prepare our shows,
Yeah.
we knew, or you knew, because you were the one aggregating this,
Yeah.
that as you were typing this out for us to read,
That I would have to read tracked traffic
Yes.
to Toowoomba and then
Yes.
decided on margaritas.
that's where I'm going with that. The things we do for you guys.
The things we do for love. Okay, so the job required me to sit in a car leading into downtown where she would write the first 4 characters of every third plate.
That's so much numbers.
That's so much.
Now, they had you at track traffic to Toowoomba.
Yeah.
They had me at writing numbers
Yeah.
in increments.
Because also I'm dyslexic. I know Boomer suffers from it too. All the scrambling of the numbers and the letters there. So she says that her shifts were 12 hours long, if she recalls, which was a lot of writing numbers and a lot of rapid back and forth head
12
movement.
hours is too
Yeah,
much.
just head movement, head on a swivel, back and forth, and squinting, which led to her having migraines that lasted the rest of the night.
Jesus.
Not to mention, her cold hands would cramp up jotting down the numbers and the letters for hours on end.
You will get this when you pry it from my cold, dead hands.
She said, I honestly don't remember what I was paid, but I am positive it was not worth it.
No, Jesus H. fuck.
So, yeah, Tara, we understand.
That's a rough gig, but
your
also
public service job just
Tara's a
sucking.
tough son of a bitch to do that.
For real, the fucking squinting would get me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Trying to be, what does that say? Is that an H? Is that a J? I'm blind, by the way, so
Her
forget
neck.
it. Yeah, head on a swivel.
Now, the funny thing is that according to Larry David, there's only 2 ways to injure your neck.
Yeah.
One is in a car accident,
Mm-hmm.
and the other is performing cunnilingus.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That'll do it. For one of our favorites, James Patrick Allo, it's looking too fast to the right and or left.
Yeah.
So you're just fucked.
Which is basically what she was doing.
Yeah,
I mean,
right to
I
left.
I don't
Left
know
to
the rate
right.
of speed they were going, but still, yeah, that's some tennis fucking match shit right there. I have one here from Ashley in PA. Thank you, Ashley.
Ashley, thank you.
Love our PA listeners. A cautionary tale. I worked for a guy who got wasted at work every single day. Now,
As
to
we
be
drink.
fair, this is not our primary job yet,
Yes.
so it's okay that we're getting drunk. When we get to the point where we're doing this for a living full time,
You mean I can't drink all day if we're doing it professionally?
we're still going to do that. We're just going to have to moderate it.
I do nothing in moderation.
That's very true. Back to Ashley. Sorry.
Yes.
I don't think I ever had a sober interaction with this guy. It got so bad at one point, he and a daily regular who was a creeper of an old dude used to sit at a booth in the front, both drunk, and make passes at both the wait staff
Ugh.
as well as other customers.
What the shit?
So you're at work.
You're a boss.
You're a boss, you're drunk, and you're hitting on both customers and your employees alike.
Mm-mm-mm.
What's not to love?
You nasty.
He eventually, shockingly, drank himself into a coma, and lost the restaurant.
How much drinking do you have to do to get into said coma?
I don't think losing the restaurant is as bad as the coma. I think the first thing is way sadder than the second.
But I don't know.
I have no idea what happened to him afterwards, says Ashley, but that was definitely one of the worst bosses I ever had.
Truth.
Fuck me.
Can I tell you a little bit about Ashley, by the way?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, not only is she super delightful, but her and I at one point in time were in touch, and we both worked customer service gigs. I don't know where she was living, but I know that we were messaging each other back on the MySpace back in the day.
Ooh,
Yeah.
MySpace.
And it was one of those, like, my job sucks so bad, like, just back and forth. And the, I would rather, you play that game, like, I would rather punch a puppy in the face or hit somebody with my car. Which would you rather?
Feed my dick to an alligator.
Yeah, like, shit like that. So
No, I'm just saying I'd rather do that.
Yeah, okay. you can go ahead and do that. Well, Ashley had this mic drop moment that I'll never forget, which made me immediately just, my situation didn't suck nearly as bad because she phrased this so eloquently. I mean, it was just like, damn, I got nothing. She told me, I worked cosmetics, so that's just dealing with bitches trying to get their foundation right.
Question?
Yes.
Were they tripping?
Always.
All right.
Always.
Because bitches do be tripping.
Always.
I learned that.
Absolutely.
All right.
Ashley was working in like a call center, sort of like a telemarketer type gig, I think.
Okay.
And what she told me was, I would rather wear a chicken suit and stand on a corner getting pied in the face all day than do this job.
Wow.
I'm like, holy shit.
So many questions. What type of pie? What temperature is it outside? Like if it was down here, I would say no.
I mean, I was in
The heat?
Florida.
No.
I was in Florida. I'm pretty sure she was in South Carolina.
Well, it says she's in PA for that.
Yeah, but when we were in contact,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
okay.
she was in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I've heard of that place.
Yeah. I was actually just there weirdly for some reason.
Weird.
Yeah, I just saw the sign and I was like, hey, I've been here before.
Now, I would have assumed it would have been wear a chicken suit and get pissed on.
No.
But no, she went with pieing.
Yeah, like the I can't breathe. I have like whipped cream and shit up in my nose.
Dairy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I once had, okay. So there is a time-honored tradition in restaurants when it's somebody's last day that they get pied in the face.
Yep.
And I worked at this place, and this wonderful chef, Chef Alex, who you've met before.
I have.
Yeah. God love the man. He comes up to me, it's my last day. I'm going to a different restaurant in the same company. And he was like, So
the priesthood.
yeah, basically. So he's like, so you going to be a pussy about this, or are we just going to do it? And I'm like, fucking do it, man. Don't care. Got my long beard, the whole 9 yards. Hadn't cut my hair in a couple days, so I even had like the old man thing. Yeah. He gives me the pie in the face and does a little grind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just really work it in there.
I've never, to this point in my life, met a whipped cream that I didn't wind up loving and wanting to take home and meet mom.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is this, Pixie. When you get whipped cream in your mustache and into your actual nose hairs,
Yeah.
the smell doesn't come out. And I didn't think straight ahead, so I let him do this at like 9:30. But I was the closing manager, so it was another 2.5 hours.
Oh my God, yeah, you're going to be there a while.
So all I had was getting more and more funky smelling whipped cream all up in my senses.
So much whipped cream snot.
It was so bad. It was so bad. It took me like a day and a half to eat whipped cream again.
Oh my.
I didn't stray very long because I'm pitiful. Roland writes us. Roland K, as a matter of fact, writes in.
Okay.
Do not know where. He is unplaced in this world, but
Roland, tell us where you're at. Come on.
He's in a good space because he's currently a motivational speaker.
Well, that's positive.
But at one point, the worst job Roland ever had was in a hospital morgue as an assistant to autopsies.
Oh my God. How did you... Wait. How'd you get there?
Yeah. You want to talk about instant blue balls on a story, man? I need all of the backstory on this.
Is it all looking up after looking down in a dead body?
How did you come to be here?
But also jealous. I've always wanted to be a coroner.
You fucking freak.
No, it's fascinating.
I had never seen a dead person before, and the odors were almost overwhelming. Now,
Oh my God.
duh, we've all watched Silence of the Lambs and the shit that they had to put underneath their noses.
Yeah.
We know this. Roland, you were underprepared for the job. His job was to take samples of tissues, including sawing into the spine for bone marrow,
Oh God.
and then putting all the internal organs back into the body cavity after being examined. Then he had to sew it all back together, which included the scalp if the brain was removed, cleaning it,
Jesus.
and then moving the bodies into storage. I think this counts as customer service, right?
Oh God. Yeah. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Fuck.
The people were dead, but it was a service and a human body. LOL.
Roland, you're my kind of weird, man.
So, question 1. Did you put them back together where you found them, or did you just throw them in and zip it up? Because that's what I would think. Like, they're dead. We've already autopsied it.
Well, I mean,
Just toss them back in there.
No,
Anywhere.
he
It
had
doesn't
to-
matter.
you know, I wonder that because actually I've seen ones where they just have like the organ bag and then they just put the bag in
Like
the
the
cavity.
gizzards in a fucking
yeah,
turkey?
Yeah, they just put it in the chest cavity and they kind of stitch up the chest cavity and they're like, fuck it. I like how he says like the storage container and not like was it the morgue freezer?
Yeah. The
So
Frigidaire.
I just picture a mountain of dead bodies in like a storage unit
Like a Tupperware
in a Tupperware
thing.
container
Yeah.
all stacked.
I worked at a hospital for a while, and I remember the first day that these two cats were. I was in the back hallway, and these two cats were rolling this fucking gurney down there. I'm like, "Hey, man!" And they both had this super serious look on their face, and I'm like, "Okay, that's weird." And then I looked down, I'm like, "Oh, that's because it's totally a fucking dead body in that bag that they're fucking bringing down in the morgue."
Yeah.
Wow.
Nothing good in a hospital comes out of a bag. It's all bad.
I don't
Bad
know.
things come from bags.
Sometimes delightful drugs are in bags. Don't you fucking
No, they put
poo-poo
those in
drug bags?
They put them in bottles. Unless you're talking about the like
Yeah.
liquidy, you
yeah,
know, like
liquidy goodness.
yeah, give me some of
Mhm.
that Dilaudid
Yep,
right here.
yep, just
Anyway,
Pop it right in there and just.
all right. Our next one comes to us from Florida.
Hey!
And this is Janelle K. So I wonder if Roland and Janelle might know each other somehow.
So what? Like all K people know each other, Pixie? That's racist.
God. She says, my shortest job was in the 90s.
It was a dwarf named Hector.
She said, I processed home foreclosures for a legal firm, which I find interesting because my brother used to do that actually.
If you say that fast, it sounds like illegal firm.
No, a legal
There we go.
firm. Sorry.
Enunciation.
I've been drinking.
The system is down.
do, 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 do. She says, all day, every day, we got to file after file of people's lives, usually older folks, trying to live out their days. I felt sick processing all these retirees out of their homes.
Yikes.
The files had stories on how these folks defaulted and were evicted. And they also contained such details as the eviction took place on Christmas Eve.
Oh, you cockbag.
Yeah, she says it twisted my stomach. I ultimately quit after my boss intimated to me that all these people's woes was turning into a huge profit for him and to never look back.
Woohoo!
Your boss was a piece of shit, but also, I mean, job gotta get done, dude. It sucks.
I didn't know that's how Elon Musk got started. Ouch. Uncalled for hit below the belt by me, but you know what? I don't care.
Sometimes fuckers get got.
And that brings us to the end of episode 39. Everything is fine. Parentheses.
Nothing's
It's not
fine.
Thank you very much for tuning in again this week. And if you like what you heard, please do us a favor. Rate, review, subscribe, like, listen, share, blah, blah, blah. 5 stars. and leave us words on whatever platform you are listening to. It helps us race up those charts. We need that. We need that oh so bad.
And if you would like to help the show out a little bit more by sending in your stories so you can become one of us, one of these service entrance people, go ahead to serviceentrancepeople@gmail.com. You can message us on Facebook at Service Entrance People Podcast, or you can DM us on Service Entrance People Pod at Instagram.
Girl, who's all up in your DM?
Hopefully people who love this podcast, because it is all meta, baby.
It is. If you are more interested in doing more to help us more, you can go to patreon.com/serviceentrancepeople. Become a producer. At any level, you get free stuff. And if you are an executive producer, like our executive producers, Chris Moore and Chuck Cumberland, you will get your name said every show, just like we did. We do also want to say thank you to our content producers, Chef Hope and Jeff Teal. They sent us all kinds of stories at serviceentrancepeople@gmail.com. That's how they got into the position they in today.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
If you would like, you can also leave us a voicemail, 854-345-7721. Just say it and forget it. Until we play it back and then go, oh shit, that's me. Check it out, guys.
And if you would like to help out the show just a little bit, if you only have just a couple bits of change that you can throw at this, you can go to PayPal at Service Entrance Peeps and do a little something there.
$1 to $1 million, it all helps.
Don't forget, tell your friends, tell a neighbor, tell a stranger, tell a waitress, tell your bartender.
Tell the world
that they might be interested in Service Entrance People Podcast.
We are, of course, on all major platforms, and we also have that YouTube channel for our hearing impaired listeners, which is YouTube at Service Entrance People. All right, Pix, you're drunk. Time to, I don't know, send you off to a corner. I'm low on gas,
and you need a jacket.
Yeah, I got to send you to the corner of the studio here and sleep it off before you go home.
No one puts Pixie in the corner.
Except for the alcohol. All right, we will talk to you again next week, Wednesday, midnight, new episodes of Service Entrance People. Cannot thank you enough for tuning in this week. I am Boomer.
And I'm Pixie. Adios.
Can I say I won't give it up?
What's up, everybody? My name is Brian Chartrand. I'm a singer-songwriter based in Phoenix, Arizona, and I started a podcast called So the Story Goes with Brian Chartrand. It's a podcast that connects with creatives, mainly creatives here in Phoenix, but also international touring artists, names that you definitely will recognize. And we talk about everything from pop culture to music to art, how they stayed creative during the pandemic. It's a lot of fun, especially if you love music, and I know you do. I'm also old friends with your dear friend, Boomer. I hope you check out So the Story Goes. I think you'll dig it. You can find it at Apple Podcasts, on Amazon. Thanks for listening.